So if you're a regular viewer on this channel, you know that it's literally impossible for us to ever get to a drag strip without having some sort of drama or complication. And this time is absolutely no different.
Weather, dogs, tornadoes, yeah, name it.
Everything, right? So the plan is to get this thing over to Etheridge tonight and make our first shakedown runs with it, get a baseline on it. So, now we've all driven this. All right, let's go back. I bought it and needed a computer. So I went on eBay and I bought a computer. Plugged the computer in, got it running, perfect. I drove it, you drove it, Kiwi drove it. Banging gears, screech bang all over the place, okay? Yesterday, for some reason now, after this thing runs for 5 minutes, thereabouts, 8 minutes.
Yeah, it's not like it's, okay, 3 minute mark, boom,
It's all different times.
Yeah.
It'll stop at 3,000 RPM, like it flatlines at 3,000 RPM. Won't go any further and starts shooting ducks at the exhaust. All right. So we covered literally every single base planes. Why do you have to live so close to an airport, Dr. Art?
So I could keep my planes there. Yeah.
We covered literally every single base there is to cover. We've chased out every wire, every connection, every ground, tested everything there is to test.
For 2 days.
For 2 days, okay? Yesterday and today. Everything. Okay, we left no stone unturned, because I see it in the comments already. Did you check the crankshaft position? Yes. Yes. We checked every connection.
The Hall effect, yes. The BAP sensor, yes. The temperature sensors, yes. And it's...
Everything.
These sometimes have a bugaboo with these 4 liters. If you go on Google and search 4 liter won't rev past 3,000
RPM.
There's months of reading and no one ever fixed it.
Okay, so here's what we've deduced now. Here's what we've deduced. Now I'll send this computer back or contact the guy on eBay. I hope you're watching, right? And we'll go from there. But for right now, I want to run this car. And what we found is, if you disconnect the battery for just a couple of seconds and reconnect it, it goes back to running perfect. And it'll stay like that for, let's say, 3, 4, 5 minutes. So now, if you turn the key off, it doesn't make any difference. You have to kill the keep alive power to the computer.
Yeah, the battery source, the 12 volts go into the computer, not just the ignition, but constant power.
Right. So what we've done here, Dr. Art did, masterfully I might add, with the beautiful yellow wire. I got to tell you, bro, look at the contrast. The black with the yellow.
I get discounts
and the red.
on yellow, so that you have to use it.
Dude, seriously, it's epic. So what Dr. Art here did was went to the PCM fuse in the underhood fuse box here and ran an on-off switch. So what we're going to attempt, and there's no guarantee this is going to work. Well, he's tried it. You've tried it.
Yeah, I've tried it. Yeah, once you're going and you're ripping along and you put 5-10 minutes elapse and you go to it starts to do its thing where it's going into like a limp mode or just
Right.
It's just like you said, shooting ducks out the exhaust. Pull over, shut the car off, click the switch off, 10-12 seconds, reset the computer, turn the switch back on, start it back up, and then poof, you're out ripping again.
All right. So the plan now is to go to the track, do the burnout, or even before the burnout, probably.
Yeah.
Right. Before the burnout, shut everything off. Okay. Shut the switch off, then turn everything back on. Then do the burnout, and hopefully it hangs together long enough for that, let's say, minute or so, until we can stage and make the pass. There's no guarantee it's going to work, but you know what? At this point, we've already committed to going to the track. Kiwi is on their way now with his blue thing. That he has so many turbochargers on that. Did you ever try to count the turbochargers?
Yeah, you get dizzy.
Yeah. So Kiwi's already on his way there now, and you're gonna run that thing.
Yeah, the big white refrigerator.
Yeah, because to have a daily driver race there too. So we're all gonna go out to the track, and I'm gonna try not to have this thing fall on its face, and hopefully we can get 2, 3, 4 runs. We'll average them out, and that'll be our baseline, and then we'll go from there. Did that make any sense at all?
Yes, it did. And then all the people in the comments.
We checked it.
We checked it.
And double checked it.
Nothing's changed in the computer. Nothing. It's stock the way it came back. It was just the way it came. Nothing's changed.
Right.
We reverted back to the way it came.
Yes.
So we haven't changed it.
It's all good. All right, so that's it. To the races we go. Now we all made it. Kiwi's made his first trip down the track with that thing.
Yes. That blue thing?
Yeah, we were talking about how many turbochargers you got on there before. You got a lot of
Couldn't
turns.
count them all.
Only two. Only two.
I was going to try to calculate them on the way over, but I was busy driving. So we made it all the way here without having many problems. I had to shut it off once and then reset everything about halfway through. But other than that, it ran okay. So we're going to stick with that plan now. Right before I pull up to do the burnout, I'm not going to do much of a burnout, just clean the tire. Right before I do that, I'll shut everything off, restart it, and it should run down the track clean. I want to race you.
Okay.
So what did you go with that?
I did an 805.
8.0.
Yeah.
8.0 with a 5.
8.05, yeah.
But at like 94 miles an hour, so it should have been like a 12 second, a low 12 second, high 11 second pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're supposed to do 1180 on the quarter mile.
Yeah. Well, that's what the mile an hour is saying.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
but I didn't have it set up right off the line, and it just went.
yeah, but I still want to race it.
No, yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to try to treat.
Well, you just make sure you're paying attention, because you won't see the back of it for very long.
Well, I'm counting on you to suck me along with you.
I'll reach out the window and
Yeah.
hold hands.
Yeah.
No, the suction from your vehicle. If it doesn't pull the paint off of mine, it'll actually, So the first run here, I don't even know. I don't have a strategy. We're just gonna send it and see what it does. Yeah.
Yeah. Just hit it and try not to spin too bad.
I'm going to go and read the instructions on mine now, so figure out.
Fingers crossed. I can't cross my fingers. I've broken them too many times. I can't cross my fingers really. All right. To the lanes.
To the left. All right.
Oh, mine's over here.
I'll pop through this. Give me a minute.
That thing was the hook. It would go right really hard.
Okay, so I rolled backwards out of the beams, but I was I'll just let it fly anyway. 277 60 foot. It spun the tires. These are Kathy's glasses, by the way, in case I look a little weird. It just spun the tires all the way through first and then into second. But 277 60 foot. But I ran at 1049 at 69 miles an hour, which is that's not bad. So let's go back and try that again. And we'll try to leave it a little easier and shift, maybe I granny shift it. Because like I said, all it did was just spin the tires. That's not bad. Kiwi, by the way, ran a, what did he run here? He had a 1860 foot, 775 at 93 miles an hour. So that's a high 11-second car he's got there. All right, let's try this again. Here's your glasses, Cat. traction. I tried leaving just off idle. As soon as I laid into it, it just freewheels. I intended to granny shift second, but I power shifted it just, I guess, out of reflex. And we picked up a little bit on the 60 foot. No, 250, 252, 60 foot. Oh my God, it's so slow. But it's got no traction. It's got no traction. And 1021 at 69.73 miles an hour. So 69 point. There is no traction. I mean, like none. So I think our first order of business is absolutely got to be. Well, I don't even know yet. I have to digest all of this, but we can't do anything without traction. So our first order is going to have to be throw a sure grip in here or something. Now, one thing I forgot to mention before is that I ran this thing over the scales. So with a half tank of gas, it ran over 3,180 pounds. So she's a tad porkier than I had expected, and you got to add another 190 or so for me. So we're hitting a starting line just under 3,400 pounds, or thereabouts. So that's another thing. We got to get some weight out of it. I think the sway bar, the front sway bar, is keeping this thing from transferring. So I think that's the first thing we're going to pull. We're going to pull the sway bar out of here, the first thing. Then maybe we'll get a sure grip. But first, I want to get the sway bars out, come out again, and see what she's going to do. But Dr. Art's here someplace. I'm gonna let him take a run with it and see if he can't do any better than me. No traction, 0 traction. This thing rocks, I gotta tell you. Okay. Still, this is a 230, 60 foot.
Yeah. That's where you.
So does the auto opening tailgate kind of help the launch?
It's aerodynamics.
Aerodynamics.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
Yeah,
okay.
you don't.
Yeah.
Air doesn't get stuck in the back.
All right, so that time I really left easy. It didn't spin the tire, but I left too easy, so it bogged a little bit. Bang second, it spun the tire a little. Okay, so we're down to we got a 232 60 foot. This thing's like a 190.
Yeah.
With traction. It's
With
okay.
traction, yeah, it does.
Yeah, and 1004 at 68.68. So 1004 right now is the number to beat. Can you beat that number?
Let's find out.
Try. Then you try it.
Oh, sure.
You guys like my handiwork here? Isn't that snazzy?
That's very snazzy.
Yeah.
What's the
That's going to end up in the Smithsonian. Yeah.
what's the protocol for in line here?
Just pull.
Just
pull.
pull up and down.
Yeah.
All right.
They'll tell you when. The switch is off.
Okay.
The switch is off.
Well, we have a master switch on there now to shut off the computer and turn the computer back on.
Ah.
It's glitching.
Oh, okay.
So before I can make a run, I got to shut everything off and then start it up again. Because it's not a multi-turbo,
Super
house
duper
costing thing. Yeah. All right. 1038 at 67 miles an hour.
Yeah.
With a 230. Okay, so you basically ran the same 60 that I just did.
Yeah.
1 mile an hour or less. I wonder why.
I shifted slower.
Where's my last time slip?
He's a bit heavier than you too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the height difference.
Yeah, yeah.
The
And
BMI.
personality. That adds a lot of weight too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably more full of it.
All right.
Was this your? No, this is your
Yeah,
second
this
one.
was
Okay,
Mine.
that's your first one.
yeah 1004. So the way we're standing right now, our low ET tonight so far is the 1004, which is a 1560 ET. So all you people were saying, oh, you're lucky if you go 17s with it, you're lucky if you go 16s. We're just struggling through the first night of this thing, one wheel peeling, and we've already run 1560, an equivalent to 1560.
Which is, I mean, it would hurt a lot of feelings. That
Yeah, it would.
it really would. I mean, it just for, like I said, who knows how old these tires are?
Oh, they're ancient. They're ancient.
Right.
And we haven't tuned it. There's no tuning.
There's no.
It's
It's dead stock down to. I mean, just like it rolled off the showroom.
And we're not even really giving it a cool down period. We're hot lapping this.
No, just hot lapping it, and yeah.
Go ahead, you give it a shot.
Okay.
Woo-wee!
Now we get it started.
Yeah.
Did you turn the switch on?
Switch is off. All right. So there's down. Yeah. Well, you know about the key.
Yeah.
Up the window.
Up the clutch.
Let it fly.
No class, you know, no finesse at all.
Just ran
Mad
up.
at it and let it go.
I like the hatch.
Yeah,
Yeah, I gotta fix
The
that.
hatch is exciting. Yeah, it's
Yeah. It's aero.
yeah.
All right, I gotta take one more run.
Okay,
We're gonna shoot for the 9s. We're gonna get a 999 out of this one.
okay.
So close.
It's right there. Yeah.
Oh, now through the traps.
You just let it
Just no
fly.
finesse, just hammered. Just hammered. Just having
No
fun.
finesse. Just bam. But what happened was it started shooting ducks. You
Oh,
got
it
halfway
started-
down the track, and
Yeah.
that's when the computer screws
Oh,
up.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I was on and off the throttle and it just,
Yeah, that's why that switch. It was idling for too long. The computer got hot, and that's when it.
Oh,
did
okay,
that.
because in the return road I flicked that switch off and on again. But
Mm-hmm.
It only works if you shut the ignition
Yeah.
too.
Oh,
Yeah, you got to shut both off.
We'll have a fix next time.
all right. But yeah, 37 mile an hour is the time to do it.
That's low mile an hour high ET.
That burnout I did too was in second gear.
Burnout was pretty good.
That was in second gear.
I liked it.
I should have left in second gear. I
You
think.
should have.
Yeah.
Maybe I should try that.
Yeah,
Why not? I mean,
because that's why I ended up wheel spinning so much.
We want to
It
make
like it just-
one more run, single digit. We need a 999 out of this.
I would seriously try launching in second.
Let me see how it feels.
all right.
Get in the lanes. Foofy thing.
That's why it's in that direction. I think.
There's a lot of noise in front.
It is. But and it's so much fun for, you know, for the big box that it is.
No, I should have. I got overconfident. But yeah, no. And it was sputtering upstairs. It lost a couple of miles. It did the same thing that it did with you, but a little bit further out. I think that's it for this computer. I think I think we stop now when we still have something to drive home.
But like I told Kathy, you
probably
should leave it
wise.
here. You can hop in the back and.
Well, yeah.
They actually offered to just take Kathy home and leave you here with the car looking after it.
So, and with that hatch, we got to fix the
Yeah.
hatch. I'm surprised they didn't tell us. Don't, you know.
Yeah.
But that's all right. So we're going to be content with a 1004, which the conversion table calls it a 1560.
Which is
I'm happy
still,
with that.
yeah, that's real happy. I mean, really, when that thing was built, that thing was faster than almost all the cars on the road.
That would have wasted a Corvette.
Yes. Yeah, and like the 96 Mustang Camaro, they were slow. They were 17 seconds. Yeah, that Jeep would have wiped them.
So what would that do if it still had the cat on? Would that make much difference? Would it slow it down much?
I don't know. I've got a glass pack on there, which isn't much better,
Right.
you know. But let's get the computer squared away.
Yeah.
You work on the computer. I'll work on the traction. You work on your. Just send it, boy. That was great.
Let's see how
wheels.
much you can take.
No spinning the wheels, just leave.
Send it.
Leave.
All right, guys. That's it. I call this a success, yeah?
Yeah, big success.
All right. See you tomorrow.
See ya.
Winnie, open it. Get the mail. Yes, good girl. Good job. Very good, Winnie. Very good, Winnie.